What's up YouTube, it's Young Man's Daily Red Pill, back with another video. Thank you guys for clicking on today's video, liking my content, sharing my content, growing up this brotherhood. I appreciate every single last one of you guys for sharing my message and helping me grow my channel so fast. Guys, so oftentimes I'll see, because I do check my comments every once in a while, but I'll see sometimes that there's women on my comment section that come in and they try to say some things and they think that they're sounding smart and that they're making sense and they're being logical, when in reality they continue to prove our point as men that have decided to take the red pill. As men that understand female nature, we are able to see right through what they're trying to tell us, because we understand that either these women have hit the wall, or they've already been through their hoe phase, whatever it is, and they've already given themselves away, and now they want to be redeemed. They want to come back. They want to be that quote-unquote born-again virgin, and they realize that their time is run out. They're expired, okay? And what they'll do, instead of just leaving us alone and doing their own thing and just spending time with cats, they'll try to come onto a young man's channel like myself, and they'll reply to comments, go back and forth with men, say hurtful, inappropriate things actually in our comment section that makes us look bad and that frames us. They'll call us pedophiles, crazy, just misogynistic things that aren't true, okay? Because if you know my content, I don't attack women like that. I'm actually pretty fair. I've had women that come onto my channel and say that I'm doing the right thing, say that I understand female nature, and they agree with like 90% of what I say. Sometimes they even say 100%, and that they would share my message with someone that they know in their personal life to help them grow. So I'm going to read you this comment, and then I'm going to give you my perspective and my thoughts on what she had to say, so then we can break it down together. You guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's read this comment. All right, so before we start, let's just look at this woman's profile picture. All right, so that in itself, I don't even want to get into that, but I could really get into that if I wanted to. But we already know. We just look at the profile picture and we already know that she's post-wall, maybe in her 30s, 40s. She's definitely post-wall though. She's definitely not young. So she says, nobody should get married before the age of 22. Chastising women for not taking advantage of their peak years. I think she meant to say women. Chastising women for not taking advantage of their peak years when you are barely an adult is absolutely ridiculous. And yes, this guy would be creepy if he dated 24-year-olds when you are 40. That is not creepy. That is not creepy at all. In fact, that would actually align much better than a 40-year-old man dating someone his own age in terms of sexual marketplace value. But these females don't understand sexual marketplace value and how that works. We call those quote-unquote legal pedophiles. That is not true as well. See how she shames us right there? She tries to say that a 40-year-old man dating a 24-year-old who's clearly legal, you're legal for consent after the age of 18 years old. So in this case, she said a 40-year-old dating a 24-year-old, she's plenty legal. But she's going to say, call them, quote, legal pedophiles, which isn't accurate. It's fine if you are not attracted to a degree, but at the end of the day, women cannot rely on men to support them financially. Think about how stupid a strategy that is. You're going to hope that you're going to find the love of your life before you're 22, and that he is going to marry you and treat you well until you die in your 80s. That is ridiculous fantasy that almost never comes true. Women that are not financially independent almost always stay in abusive and toxic relationships. Women should pursue degrees/careers for themselves and never for a man. Oh, now you're saying that now that you're 40 years old. Okay. You also have to remember that the average man does not make enough money to support a family of 4. So if the woman does not work, there will not be another food on the table. Lastly, if you only value a woman for their appearance, then buying a sex doll is a much better investment than dating or getting married. I would also encourage those guys to gracefully exit the sexual marketplace, because no woman wants a guy that only values her for superficial reasons. And then she says, bye, with a little waving hand. Yeah, we don't value you. You're absolutely right. This commenter, you are absolutely right. We have no reason to deal with you. And for you to tell us that we'd rather deal with dolls, you know what? I personally don't deal with dolls, but there are men that do, and honestly, I can't shame them, because dealing with someone like this all day long would drive someone insane. That would make them depressed. She just seems like a complete and total honestly, and I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone like this. I don't think any guys on this channel want to. Anyone that's watching this content, they wouldn't want to. She's a nagger. She's complaining, and this is the type of woman that feels like she's still a queen, she's still a princess, she still has value on the table when she's post-wall and she's already post-menopausal probably, and she's just a complainer. She understands that her flight has already taken off. Her ability to secure a good quality man, whatever she was doing, whatever relationships that she destroyed in the past, she's not able to make up for that now. So what she does is she comes on to young men's channels and she tries to shame us because when we're 40, we want to date the 24-year-olds. When we're older in age, we want to date younger women, which is kind of what you guys do when you're young. You try to date up and date the older men. But then once you become that woman in that position, you say we're disgusting creeps if we do the same thing once we reach that age. So this is the backwards mindset of the female for the most part. I'm not saying all women are like this and all women think this way, but I've noticed there's a trend in a lot of women thinking this, and a lot of women feel like they are still the prize. When it's 2020, you gotta wake up, man. You gotta wake up. We're not checking for you. You might look decent, you might be a cool for like one night, and that's being completely honest. But aside from that, some men don't even want that one night with you. You're past your prime. There's women out here that have much more to offer than you, unfortunately for you. So whenever I see women like this come on the comment sections, it just makes me laugh because I'm just like, man, she still doesn't get it. And she's bitter and there's nothing she can do. She can't rewind the hands of time and try to go back and transform into her young self and be beautiful again. She can't do that. So what she has to do is shame us men, shame the 40-year-old men that watch this channel, the older guys that are dealing with younger women because of women like this. They don't want to deal with the older women. And I completely understand it. This is why more men are taking the red pill at an earlier age. So guys, I just want to share this with you guys. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts and how you feel about what this woman had to say, what you think about the whole situation, what she would say to her. I'd like to hear your thoughts. All right.